Welcome back to the CryptoLabs YouTube channel. I want to talk about lending and is it worth it? I also want to talk about liquidity pools versus just buy and hold and how I think about everything. And it's interesting to me how people play in extremes. Lending is not worth it. I only do this. Or I only yield farm and buy and hold sucks. Or I only buy and hold and anyone who yield farms is an idiot. And that tells me everything I need to know about the savviness or level of investor that I'm speaking to. Only Bitcoin, everything else sucks. Or only Ethereum, that's the best. Or only blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, only crypto and DeFi, nothing else. And I'm like, okay, but that's not absolutely true. I want exposure to everything. And I'm going to get into that in this video. Now, I'm going to cover 3 rules. You've heard me say this a lot, and I'm going to actually add a 4th that I thought about this morning. Obviously, this isn't mine. This is Warren Buffett's or any other investor that came before me, is time in the market, not timing the market. I promise you this will go brilliantly into lending and yield farming. Time in the market, not timing the market. So many, I see this all the time on Twitter. I got $100,000 of longs liquidated, or I was short and the market hates me, or people are against me. And I'm like, because you're trying to time the market. You will be right sometimes and it's going to feel good, but most of the time you're going to be wrong. And you're going to be chasing that, I need to win it back. I see it on Twitter all the time. Massive accounts. I just lost 400K, but I'm going to get it back. The point is to not lose the 400K in the first place. A lot of people in this space are no further off than when they started because they're trying to get fancy. I want to earn daily yield. That leads me to rule number 2 is take profit. I am always taking profit. I had someone on YouTube, I took some profit last week and they were like, basically, you're an idiot. The market's only going to be green from here. That's okay, because that leads me to rule number 3. I want to be ready for any situation. So I always have a little on the sidelines. I actually have more on the sidelines. The further markets go green, the further markets go up, I have more on the sidelines because I can buy the dips that I can get back in. I promise you that is not easy. And I also promise you that this is leading to answer the question is lending worth it? And then I have a 4th rule as well. Always be compounding or always be earning yield. ABC, always be compounding. Even if you have money sitting on the sidelines, you want it to be earning you something. So I'm on 3, really 4 platforms, but I don't really count the 4th as one, although it does earn me yield. But I'm on Aave, so I took some more profits a few days ago, which was fairly good timing. Again, I don't try to time the markets. Just when different assets I have hit different markers, I take it. And now if there's a pullback by 10, 15, 20%, I can deploy it and it's nice and liquid. So I got, for some that's a lot, for some that's a little. That's not my point. I don't use lending as a way to make money. I just follow rules. Take profit and then always be earning yield or always be compounding. And so instead of my money sitting idly somewhere, I can earn 17%, or on compound I can earn 19%, or on Venus here I could be earning 30% on 13.2K, and on XtraFi I can be earning, I got to switch to base, but I've got my numbers here. I could be earning 32%, 18, 52, and 52 on XtraFi. I have less in XtraFi. That's $12,000 a year or $1,000 a month. That is not going to change my life. This isn't going to make you rich, even when you have more capital in it. But I sit on profits and then I can deploy them. And so this balance is always changing. I took some profit a few days ago. Again, some people were like, you're an idiot. Bitcoin's only going up. I get it. But that leads me to rule number 4. I want to be prepared for anything. And so I want to sit with stables and cash on the sidelines to redeploy. But what I really look for, and I've designed my life around this, is what do I make per hour? If I make $1,000 a month lending, and it only takes me 2 hours a month, and that's an exaggeration because it's literally set and forget it. But let's just say it took me 2 hours a month. 2 hours a month. I am making $498 on those 2 hours. So every time I interact with my lending stuff, if it took me half hour a week, which it doesn't, it takes me more like an hour a month, which would be $997 an hour. But I optimize my life for this. Every time I am doing something, I want to get paid at least $500 an hour for it. And people still don't think this way because they're thinking money is more important than time, but we have to make that reversal. Now, is liquidity pools, some people say only liquidity pools, nothing else. Don't lend. Your capital's not being used efficiently. I get it. I don't use this to make money. I use it as a way to sit on the sidelines to redeploy. But what if you're in a few pools here? So just for example, so let's say $2,500, $2,500, $2,500, 250% each pool. I just made this super, super simple. Let's just look at one example. I share this example often. I don't share this for you to get into. Across the team and our members and clients, we're probably across 50, 60, maybe even 70 different pools and opportunities. This is just one of literally hundreds, but it's a great example. So that's about the yield, right? 493%. So I'm making a lot more than 250 in these markets because of volume. You can earn a lot more than that, but that's $1,563 a month for this example, right? That's $391 an hour if I am spending 4 hours a month or 1 hour a week managing the portfolio. If I'm spending 2 hours a week managing portfolio, that's more like $200 an hour. And so when I actually start looking per hour, every time I'm doing something, this is a consideration I think about. Now, obviously, I look at risk reward. The reward is higher, but the risk is also a little bit higher, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But the risk is a little higher. You are interacting with coins and tokens and volatile assets, but there is more upside versus this. And then finally, some people are like, well, only build a portfolio, buy and hold. I'm like, cool, let's say you build a portfolio, you got 5K in it, and you sell it at 1,500. You see a 300, you see a 3X. So you've made $10,000. Then you got to ask yourself, how many hours went into the research? How many hours went into boom? How many hours did you spend making your plan? How many hours did you spend, tracking your portfolio, whatever? And you've got to come up with what was that per hour. So if you spent 10 hours, that would be $1,000 an hour when you sold at the right time. I'm just playing with rough numbers here, but I just want to explain to you that I think each strategy has its place in your portfolio. And I'm always want to be ready for what the market may do because I can't predict it. I can't. I'm literally get on calls with people who are apparently like experts and pros at like predicting the market, and like one person's right, one person's wrong. And one person's always going to be right, one person's always going to be wrong. And then when they're right, they're like, look, I was right. But they're only right like 10% of the time. I think it's madness. I think you're gambling at that point. I want to be prepared for anything. So I am long-term, I'm super long on crypto in general and DeFi and the technology that's being built. And so my portfolio reflects that. But I'm not crazy to think there's not going to be pullbacks, there's not going to be dips, there's not going to be bear markets, there's not going to be crazy stuff that happens in the markets, unpredictable stuff that happens. No one can predict it. So I want to sit on the sidelines. And if I'm sitting on the sidelines, I'm following my other rule, always be earning yield. I really hope this is making sense. Please, 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 if you are in the UIG, please do not forget, check out the end of week reports. We have our next one coming out here in about 3 hours. They take over 20 hours to do. And I'll just show you an example of one from 3 weeks ago. A lot of our clients members are literally just waiting for this every Friday. But we talk about the markets in general and what's happening. And then we look at the 3 best long-term stable pools. So this is for yield farming. Stable pools that have been happening for a long damn time. We do the TA, we do the research, we even set the ranges, and we're in these positions. And then we talk about the 3 highest paying pools of the week. If you're looking for as high daily earnings as you can, and you don't mind taking on a little bit more risk. This comes out every Friday. So that's 6 new positions, 6 new opportunities every Friday. And then every week on Wednesday, we have the opportunity of the week come out, which you can see here. March 13th was 2 days ago, but we have an opportunity come out every single week. And it's worth getting into. This is the stuff we're in, and this is the stuff our members are in. And then you also have your portfolio reviews. So you'll see people that are earning $10 a day, and you'll see some people that are earning, $50 a day, $100 a day, $300 a day. We have someone doing $1,000 per day. And you can see what their portfolios look like, what their allocations look like. And you'll see that the more savvy someone gets, the more they incorporate a bit of everything. They got their bull run portfolio here. They got some pools making the money, cash flow. They're taking that cash flow, buying undervalued assets, and then they're selling those assets as they appreciate in price. They're moving it into some stables. They're calm, they're relaxed, they're not stressed that they're only earning 16% because that's free money. And then when the markets turn or there's a dip or there's a buying opportunity, they can deploy their capital. This is super liquid. I can be out of this in about 10 seconds. Bam, withdraw, max, done. Like done. I'm on the wrong network. I'd have to switch my MetaMask, but you get the point. Done. Withdrawn into the markets. And so, yeah, I think it's worth lending your assets out even during a bull market. And I'm going to get people calling me an idiot for that, because I always want to be prepared. Now, is that the only thing I'm doing? It is, it's a small portion of my strategy. So if I am up $85,000 this month alone in my bull run, I can take those profits, which I did. I can move them and lend them, or I can move them into liquidity pools or yield farming or anything that's earning me a yield. And then I can redeploy those profits. You play the strategy how you feel, but there's a holistic approach to building this thing. And I think people are missing it, and they're still in that black and white, this is better than this. And I'm like, it's not. There's a time and place for everything. I really hope that makes sense. I'm going to leave my mug in the middle, and I'm going to leave some videos around how to yield farm step by step, different strategies, different opportunities, different chains. Study this stuff. Study it. And if you want to save 10, 20, 30, 40 hours doing it yourself, come join our community. It's literally a coffee per day. And ultimately, you have to decide if that is worth your time. Again, a lot of people value their money over their time. And I'm like, there is a reason why I spend thousands of dollars every month buying my time back by joining programs, masterminds, and just anything I can to speed up my progress. I would not be here if I didn't invest in myself. Some people are like, you're a scammer. Of course, a scammer would say that. You do you. But for those who see value in it, do check out the UIG. And with that said, appreciate you. We'll talk soon. Peace.